Hello and welcome to the third edition of the Coupe de la Ligue, a tournament hosted by the French community La Ligue, GeoGuessr now because they've changed their name. And yeah, you probably remember the first two seasons. If you don't, you can go back and watch them. I won't spoil exactly how they went. Well, you can probably tell from the playlist. Never mind. I can actually spoil you slightly. I'm going to. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers, just skip like a minute ahead. But yeah, I still have not won an upper bracket match. So I'd like to change that this season. Just to quickly explain the format of it. Basically, there's 256 players. There's actually a few more, like 270. So 14 or so of them play like a first round. But everyone else starts in the round of 256. And there's a random draw for all of these players to get a 1 versus 1 matchup. And those will be played as a best of 3 on a country map, a region map, both move 3 minutes per round, and a no move game on an improved world. I think also 3 minutes per round, but obviously no move. It might be 2 minutes per round. I actually can't remember. I think it's 2 minutes. And yeah, you have to win 2 out of 3, basically. It's just normal GeoGuessr scoring, win 2 out of 3 maps, you're through to the next round. And so far in Season 1, well, I've not won a winner bracket match. If you lose, you go into the loser bracket, and you can still advance through to at least the third place eventually, I guess. But to win the tournament, you have to win all the games in the winner bracket. There's no like count back, no final game with the winner of the loser bracket or anything. All in all, I really enjoy the competition, and I love it if I get other draws, because I've kind of developed the reputation at this point for getting like the worst draws you can imagine consistently. Obviously there's worse draws. Like I haven't had to play against Blinky yet. I haven't had, an absolute insane opponent every game, but in the consistency with which I get absolutely insane opponents frequently, oh god. So far I've played, let me count back. I think I've had like 15 opponents, and like 8 of them were insane. Like I've already played against Mr. Blue, Gupta, Rihanna, Le Brigand, Agelias, André, Pluki, Maccem, and that's like 5 rounds of Coupe de la Ligue or 6 rounds of Coupe de la Ligue. Because in the lower bracket after round 1, it goes into groups of 4, so that it's over a bit more quicker, and only the winner advances. And so I thought, you know what, this season, I'm gonna be unlucky. No, I'm not. I'm playing Maccem again. Yes, Maccem, the guy in the team that won the GeoGuessr World Cup. And you could say, well, did you at least get lucky with the maps? Something that you're good? No. Mexico as the country, a country that I've always not enjoyed playing in GeoGuessr. Can maybe go back to, I think, Season 2 of Reddit League, we played Mexico in. You can hear me rant about it back then. I've made like 2 tier lists. I can't imagine it's high on any of them. That's going to be the solo country, and the the region country is Quechua-speaking countries, which there's actually more Quechua-speaking countries than are in the map, but Pastek only included those that have it as an official language, which is Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. And you might now be thinking, hey, Calamity, you're really good at Bolivia, right? Well, yes, but it is kind of a map generated in a way that, I don't know if, maybe it's an intersection guesser map in a way. Either way, about 2% of the locations are in Bolivia. I think I've played like 15 seeds. I've had 3 locations in Bolivia. About, let's say, 40% of the locations are in Colombia, 40% are in Peru, 20% in, 19% in Ecuador, 1% in Bolivia. That's roughly what it's like. And I really don't like Bolivia. I really don't like the fact that Bolivia is so rare. I really don't like Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. So that's also great. Hate Peru, actually. Colombia and Ecuador are all right. Most of the time, depends on location. So I've essentially gotten 2 maps that I already don't really like. It could have been worse. I'll grant you that. It could have been worse, but not much worse. And additionally, the 3rd map is going to be no moving, which also doesn't make it any better. But I'll try my best. I've practiced quite a bit of Mexico. I've practiced quite a bit of the other map, the region map, Quechua-speaking countries, to the point where I think I'm all right at both of them. It does kind of help me in a way that I had the opportunity to improve and practice those maps that I probably otherwise wouldn't have practiced, really, because, well, I don't like playing them. And by now, I think Mexico is all right. I've learned all the postcodes, which was fun to do. They sometimes come into play, rarely, but sometimes. And yeah, I've had another look at the subdivisions of Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia. So not to the point where I've learned where every one of them is, but I should recognize all of them at least as being a subdivision. And then sometimes I'll just have to look to find it. But yeah, should I shouldn't just go look at one and be like, never heard of that before, and move on. Like, that shouldn't happen. Either way, I think I've waffled on for enough. Maccem hasn't played yet at the stage that I'm recording this video, because I'm recording it on the first weekend, and you've got 2 weeks of a deadline. And he told me that he can only play it fairly late in the week, or in the second week, I suppose. So he hasn't played yet. But I will put the result down in the comments fairly close to the video's release date. I don't know when it will release at the moment, so it might be at work and can't do it there. But it should be fairly soon, if it's not there yet. Yeah, wish me luck, I guess. Let's get into the seeds. All right, we'll start with Mexico, and we'll see how that goes. Let's go. Okay, interesting. Rancho Acapulco. Funnily enough, my first thought was it looks a little bit like Acapulco. Let's see. Some sort of tunnel is down there. Is there a coast? It does look like there's coast. Costera, Aleman, 2 streets. Mexico quota. I don't really know what quota means. I've seen it before. I probably should have looked it up. There's a Pemex gas station. Buco Centro, Costera Miguel Aleman. Assuming that's potentially somewhere here. Because I'm assuming, although the center could be something like this. Nah, it wouldn't be. I don't think. I think the center would be here. Farallón del Obispo, Mexico and Cuauhtemoc. Obispo, that wasn't this road. None of these are straight, to be honest, which is interesting. I mean, this one is straight, but it doesn't have a name. There is a tunnel here, which again is oh, could be this one. No, it's not. Let's say Acapulco Centro. Come on, move me forward. Cañada de las Amates, Avenida Costero Miguel Alemán, Avenida Universidad. It's a Suzuki dealership, and then the road kind of just curves off towards the west. Mountain to the north. There's a Suzuki dealership here. No, it's a health food store. It looks so right, roughly. It doesn't really. Where else could it be, though? Oh, this here, maybe? There's a Suzuki dealer, yes. Okay, good, good, good. We should be north of that tunnel. Check. We should be here. I'm pretty sure. Ford Center dealership, yes. 13 meters. Okay, good start. Next round. Okay, middle of nowhere. Okay, that's something. Imeris and Cananea on the 2. The 2 is somewhere up here. But I think it's super long. So let's see. Cananea is here. That's 18 kilometers to the west, I suppose. Because Imuris is down there. Okay. Do we have here any kind of telmex? It does mention Zaragoza, so this seems like it could be it. Ignacia Zaragoza. Road makes that curve off to the north. That could be an OXXO convenience store being built. And off to the south, it's pretty straight. And wait, let me think. That's east. There should be another road going off. Yeah, it should be that. However, there's not actually any benefit to going about this faster than it needs to be. So, although, can I check? I guess I can go east and see if there's a river, but there's not much I can do here to check, and it should be that. Wait, let me just quickly... Yes, command sign. I will put 61. I can't make a good estimate with that. Not really, at least. Eventually, there should be a river this way. And if there's not... Well, I say if there's not, what would I do? Like, I wouldn't change anything. I mean, that would probably just mean the river isn't there, but... Okay, there... Is that a river? That's a river. It's just dried up. 70 meters. That'll do. Okay, city. Let me look at that. But 150? What the hell is 150? I've never seen a postal code that wasn't 5 digits. The funny thing is that either way, if it's an actual postal code, if it's just 3 digits or if it's 5 digits and it's just they've left out 2, which I don't know why they do, it would be Mexico City, and I don't think it is. Okay, that's not a taxi, it's just a yellow car. Interesting stuff. What does that say? Nothing. Nothing helpful, at least. It does say some things. Anything? It does say Puebla. Okay, that is a bus, so I'm not completely convinced, but I trust it more. Oh, considering there's the terminal of the buses. I trust it more than the postal code that seemed weird. And what do we have here? Pretty interesting road. I say interesting, it's just a bigger road that might be findable. Pemex gas station. Tepic Nayarit. Okay. You know what? That I believe. Now finally I found something I think I can trust. Entrada. That would have 63 as a postal code, by the way. There Trono Tepic. Okay. 2 things that say Tepic. That's now enough for me. It looks like this road, potentially. It seems big enough. There's a Pemex station. You know what? I'll buy that. Oops. What's the road name? 21 de Marzo. And this is Colombia. I don't remember which way I went. 21 de Marzo, and this is Colombia. Thank you. Okay. Nice. Let's go around 4. Okay, sign. Hello there. Other side, yes. Retorno Los Reyes. Okay. I want to go a little bit further that way instead of checkpoint and turn around. What does this say? Nothing that I can immediately read, so I'm going to ignore it. I want to get over there, though. Retorno carril izquierdo. No road number on that. Cobro something. There's a big bridge or something of the sort up there, so I want to get at least to that. Dollars, okay. Let's see what this has. A toll booth. Chihuahua, okay, that helps to begin with. Okay, we can start with that. I want to see these signs. Okay, that's useless. Vibrations, yes. Did I not go far enough? No, I did. Maybe this one. If there's nothing on this sign. Okay, returning to the start. Oh yeah, that was that. Wait, did I go north? I don't actually remember. No, I definitely didn't. There's not much here, unfortunately. El izquierdo. Something on that, please. Okay, the 49. Towards Gomez Palacio. That's something. 49. Where is that, though? There. Was it actually a border station? Let's see. South. I mean, I'll try this, but... Yeah, because I don't see the 49 continuing anywhere. It's up there. Okay. That is unfortunate. Ciudad Jimenez. Is there anything I could have found? I wouldn't have made it there, I don't think, and even then, probably not much useful info. Did it mention anything I found at all? No, it did not. Well, it's just unfortunate, I guess. All right, round 5. Let's see. Nope. Okay, anything on that? Guadalajara and Ejutla. On the 80. There's the 80. That says Ayutla, which is not the same, I believe. Does the 80 continue up there? It does. Okay. It's not super precise. It kind of said going east. I take a postal code here just to narrow down the state. That would be nice. Unión de Tula. Okay. 80 Barra de Navidad and Unión de Tula. Okay, there. It's kind of west-ish. That. But none of those match directionality-wise, so it should be down here somewhere. Guadalupana is also something that I feel like I've seen somewhere. What does that sign say? Imagine reading. Unión de Tula Barra de Navidad. I mean, it could well be that. Outlandenaro. Who knows? That other sign would probably be more useful. Mexico. Mexico Sur. Yeah, that would make sense. What do we have here? Ferreteria Solución Total. There is a road going off that way, and there is a road going off here, which is called Monterrey. West, yeah. Okay, well, very annoying about that round 4, but I don't think there was anything I could have done about that. It's just a little bit unlucky. I'm very happy about the rest, of course. I mean, I can show you, like, that is actually my high score on the map. I practiced quite a bit. I mean, there's lots of other things thrown in there. There's a game. There's a game. Lots of Quechua speaking country as well. There's a game thrown in there. More Quechua. More intersection gets to Mexico. Here's some. So I did practice it quite a bit, and I didn't achieve a score like that. So the problem is that I think overall it was a fairly easy seed. And it's just that round, I think, that it could be difficult. Because looking at it again, like round 1 was in Acapulco. Like everything said Acapulco. He's not going to get that majorly wrong. Round 2, I mean, possibly going to lose a couple of points, but the signs were so close. And it did mention Zaragoza, so I can't see him not getting that. Round 3 in Nayarit, in Tepic. I mean, sometimes Mexican cities can be difficult because it's not the easiest to figure out which one you're in. But, I mean, if he gets unlucky with the direction, maybe then it's that round 4. I don't know. We'll see. Is there too much interesting stuff at the start? I mean, there wasn't a huge amount, I think, that you could use to pinpoint. Maybe if he makes his way all the way down here and sees that significant looking change in direction, maybe. And then round 5 again wasn't too difficult at all. The sign towards Guadalajara. Maybe if he goes the other way, who knows? But I'm gonna need a little bit of luck to win that one. So let's move over to Quechua speaking countries. Let's have a look. Oh, lovely, Peru. Everyone's favorite country in GeoGuessr. Looks like a town at least, so there might be some information. Which I'm not sure I like, because I might not know what to do with it. That doesn't tell me anything. And I feel like the town ends here pretty much. Okay. Oops. This mentioned Dr. Cuenca. Nothing here. Nope. Can't see anything on that either. I might not hate the idea of going near Cuenca. Wait, is Cuenca even in Peru? I know there is a Cuenca somewhere. It might be in Ecuador, actually. The one I'm thinking of. So I might not go near there after all. The question is, where would I go near if I find no information? Which may happen. Nope, nothing there. I could return to the start and try the other way, but there's still town here. I'm not too sure I want to do that. No, nothing there. George. Does kind of look just like a very typical, could be anywhere in Peru location. Maybe slightly more on the northern side, slightly central. Tumbes, Rio Tumbes. I mean, I don't know if the Tumbes River goes super far south, but mention naturales, I don't know. Pampas de Hospital. Northern edge. Why not? Okay, I'll happily take that. I was Cerro Blanco. Please tell me there's no please tell me there's no great sign there. Thank you. All right, going north, I mean, eventually you get to Tacoral, but I don't think there's too much there. So I'm pretty happy with finding that sign. And I would have not placed my pin there, to be honest. I did, like, for a second, I considered if it could be up there, but I thought it looked a little bit too green, I guess. Not deserty enough. I don't know, but yeah, very happy about that. Something in my eye. Let's go around 2. Okay, what does it say? Not anything that I'd recognize. The Asia. Okay, oh, there's a sign there. There was a sign there. Does it stay in this coverage if I just move like this? No. Something the Asia, so it is something to do with that, and I'd rather go this direction. Los Incas. Oh, wait, does that say anything? Probably. Mala, America, Brazil, Lima. It's not majorly helpful. I feel like I've heard of this town before, which is the part that annoys me. Pia de Asia. It is Peru again, of course. Okay. Please have some helpful info. It's not what I'd call helpful info. No, I want to go in there. Please, thank you. Regional de Lima. Okay. Chilcamala. Capilla de Asia. Lima is... Which of these is it? Lima region is that. It could be either of those. I'm not... there it is. Okay. Good. Santa Cruz de Asia, maybe? Pueblo de Asia. Capilla de Asia. Santa Rosa de Asia. The heck is this? Capilla Asia. Del Mar? Maybe? The heck? Mala? What did it say? Chilca to Mala. Chilca to Mala. Maybe it is in there somewhere. Santa Cruz de Asia. Okay, do we have Valle de Asia? All mentions Asia. It's not gonna be Mala. But I don't know where exactly it could be. Is there something like Capilla de Asia, somewhere else? So I'm not gonna pinpoint it at this stage, so I might as well. Rosario de Asia. Might as well stick with what I've got. 4.9, where was it? I was in Pueblo. Okay. Okay. Still not too bad. Not too bad. If I can just keep the guesses at that level, I think it might be decent enough. Okay, right next to the coast. Perla. Fucking Peru. Municipalidad de Perla. That's interesting. Wait, did that mention anything at the bottom? Callao. Right, then Urba la Perla Baja. Okay. Definitely sounds like it. Yes, great. Who doesn't love street signs that show up in weird ways? That's the next one. Tacna, Calle Tacna. Do we have... I mean, is there a chance that there's another road down there? There is another road down there. Makes it fairly difficult. I'm not entirely sure about this. Santa Rosa Colonia, Palacio de Justicia. Into Santa Rosa. It is quite some distance towards that. And they do have that road down here, so it is likely this road, I'd imagine. Tacna, there it is. Okay. So that means you should have started at España, but let me double check with that intersection if it's got anything. That maybe? Nope. It does not. But there should be like a separate... Yes, there is. Okay. All right. Round 4. Peru. Naranjito. Maybe not. No, not Peru. Ecuador. Unión Barragental. Canon Naranjito. Okay. Okay. Chimborazo, Guayas. It's definitely in Guayaquil province. Well, Guayas. You know what I mean. 639 and 12. Where's Chimborazo again? I think that's fairly far away, but I don't know. Bucay La Nueva Unión. Ends up here. No. I can't... Oh, Bucay is here. Okay. It continues east towards Bucay. La Nueva Unión is south. He's somewhere here. Naranjito. That's it, right? Let's say, yeah, Naranjito. The question is, can I pinpoint this? There's a bridge over the Rio Chahue. Could it even be further out there? Possibly, but I wouldn't know. Slowly turns. Here we've got that, and Ines Maria El Batan to the north. La Unión is there. It's interesting. Trying to see if there's anything close that could be a fit. Still mentions Naranjito over there. Ines Maria, I think we're here. Are we? It mentions Ines Maria here, doesn't it? That sign. And the road direction matches, I believe. Does. Iglesia? Oh, yeah, it was. Nice. Good, good. Round number 5, one more. Okay. Colombia from a first glance. Might not be true, but that's what the architecture and landscape are telling me. Policia Metropolitana. Eloy Alfaro doesn't tell me anything. Maybe it should. Maybe it should, but it doesn't. Okay, a taxi like this is interesting. Barrio. Yeah, I think it's Ecuador, actually. Come on. Is there anything on that? No, just dogs. over here. Quito, Distrito Metropolitano. That's something. Means I can't be losing too many points, I'd hope. It's going to make it hell to pinpoint, but I can deal with that. Interesting. Okay, we just go more into the city that way. What did we have here? Estadio Aucas. Okay, stadium. Unfortunately, we don't know how big that is. OE Oeste, so west potentially. 3H Jose Arguido. We have no idea what western, like what's the western part of. South 25, Avenida Solanda. Let me just have a little bit of a look. Chances of me finding it are fairly small, he said while finding it. Nice. Do we have a street name here? I do not believe so. Either way, it could be this road. Let me check. We have anything here. Yes. Salvador Bravo. Yes. Okay. I'm very happy about that seed. Honestly, that went about as well as it could have. Yeah, the Asia round was a bit annoying, but finding that sign for the Tumbes River was great. And the 2 Ecuador rounds went fantastic because other than the Mexico seed, this seed, I see lots of potential to screw rounds up. There were so many rounds that could have gone wrong. Also, I love how there were 2 Ecuador and 3 Peru locations. If you make, I guess Colombia would have been worse for me, but to explain, maybe I should have explained this. I probably explained it in the intro. Either way, but just to say it again, the seeds contain, the map contains Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. And in practice, I've gotten, I think, Bolivia all in all 3 times in practicing about 15 seeds. So that's like, that doesn't exist in the map, really. I've gotten Colombia loads of times. I've actually gotten Ecuador fairly rarely. It was mostly like, on an average seed, you'll have about 2.2 locations of Colombia, 2.2 locations of Peru, 0.5 locations in Ecuador, and 0.1 in Bolivia. Although that may be overestimating Bolivia still. But yeah, so very surprising to see no Colombia. I'm not complaining. I don't like Colombia. But yeah, 2 locations in Peru. Also, fun fact about the map. In Peru, about 9 out of 10 locations are near Lima, in one of the suburbs surrounding Lima. So I think in practice I've seen Callao about 4 times. I've seen San Martin de Porres. I've seen Ate twice, I think. I've seen Puente Piedra. I think there's one more in there. But like, so I've seen Lurin once, which you could consider a suburb of Lima, I guess. So many locations around there. So I definitely now know most of the cities/suburbs in Lima, which definitely helped for Callao. I mean, it probably wouldn't have been difficult to find either way, but it didn't hurt. Yeah, but going through the seed in round 1, it's so easy to screw that up completely and already lose over 300 points. I had to go all the way here, and it was on a very weathered down sign that I saw writing for the Rio Tumbes. And then you also have to know where Tumbes is, which granted Maccem probably does know, but still, if he's gone a different way, I mean, there might be more useful signs in the other direction. Who knows? But this is one of those scenarios again where I'm like, because people often say like, okay, you should turn around like 1.5 minutes that way, 1.5 minutes the other way. If I did that, I'd probably find nothing in that round. Sure, I'm banking it all on that, and if there's a brilliant sign here, as I said, then I'm screwed. But on average, it doesn't matter which direction you go and if you turn around or not. It's just more annoying otherwise if there's like a great sign here. But realistically, it doesn't make a difference. It could make a difference against someone who moves really slowly. because you can cover more ground than them. So, but anyway, round 2, Asia. He's definitely going to find it. I just don't know if he's going to spend more time trying to find road names, because I never actually particularly looked at any of the road names. I registered that they're there, but figured I'd, do a better job just figuring out the area first. So it's definitely possible to get that location. Might also, if you go north, maybe there's better signs. Who knows? But still annoying. I don't think it mentioned Pueblo de Asia anywhere. It mentioned the other thing that you couldn't find. Round 3, he's not going to screw up. It might take him a while as well to pinpoint, but it's such an easy round that I don't think he's going to... Even if he does mess up the pinpoint, he's not going to lose more than like 10, 15 points. Round 4, though, I can definitely see him screwing up the pinpoint there. It's a fairly difficult one, because Naranjito is all the way over there. So really you're just either requiring the road direction to be so unique that you can still find it, which looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, looking at this, it really isn't this as well. There's a couple of curves that all look like this. Even if you say the combination of this and this, you could also have that here. You can have that here. It depends on how good you are at judging how far you travel on a map. So you kind of want to have the smaller towns there, which you might realize, you might find, in which case you might be able to get that as well. But I don't think it's a super easy round. And round 5, I guess, you'll find signs that it's Quito. Oh, the suburb is called Solanda. That makes it a little bit easier to find, but yeah, I think either way. I mean, if he starts looking up there, he might run into time troubles, but yeah, I don't... This round, and this round, and this round are all not rounds where I think I'm going to make a lot of points. This is one where I think it's possible, and potentially also this where it could make up those 300 points. But I definitely have a good feeling about this seed. I might not win it, but I can say I definitely tried my best. So, got one more to go. An improved world, no move. And I don't think I've got good chances of winning this. Honestly, I think mostly the matchup's outcome depends on the first 2 seeds. But I can occasionally play some good no moving. It just depends, really. I can also play some absolutely dreadful no moving games. So, let's give it a try. Dreadful it is. Oh, never mind. There's Malaysia stickers. Black stickers for the Peninsula Malaysia. Landscape-wise, it doesn't look southern. I'd say it looks more like this area. And it's just a good hedge as well, so I'm going for it. Okay. Right, that's okay, though. Round 2. Croatia or Serbia? It's Gen 4, I think. Is it? No, is it Gen 3 or Gen 4? Because it's got no antenna. Could be... I mean, it's definitely somewhere around, like, here. I don't think it's Montenegro or North Macedonia. So it's either Croatia or Serbia, which I think could be... It could be Slovenia as well. Wait, are there any bollards? There are not. Because architecturally it looks very Slovenian. That sign is a bit weird. Honestly, I might go Slovenia. It's not a great hedge. But architecturally, that's what it most reminds me of. A kind of similarity to Austria. And I definitely know Slovenia has those yellow signs. That also, I'm torn. I might hedge like down here Slovenia, just for Croatia as well. I hope it's not Serbia. I don't believe it's Serbia. Let's go for that. Oh, well, it was Croatia, but it was a very good hedge. I'll take that. Oh no. Oh no. Russia. Yikes. Well, that could cost a lot of points. Steering wheel is definitely on the left, so not the far eastern side of Russia. But beyond that, this could be... Ooh. It does look kind of a little bit dry. and sandy. So I don't think it's too far west on this side. I don't think it's down here. It could be up there potentially, because it does kind of remind me a little bit of the Baltics. But I think more likely is going to be somewhat over here, potentially even further east. Maybe something like this. I mean, I'm not going to find a road that matches completely in directionally. I think this is slightly too far western, not straight enough, I suppose. But I mean, this has the right direction. I think I might just go with that. Honestly, like, I'm not great at Russia. What's more western? Okay. Unfortunate a little bit. But I thankfully didn't go too far east. Oh no. What is this? It's a little bit... Is it a little bit reddish? Could it be Ukraine? Or is it Russia again? Oh, no, because it does look a little bit like Ukraine. I don't know about that white sign. Don't quite know what it is. I might go like Eastern Ukraine. Like here, maybe. I have to take a little bit of a risk sometimes in this seed in particular. It could definitely be. Because I don't know much meta at all. So, I don't even... Yeah, that definitely does. Does it have coverage? I'm not even sure. I think Kamyansk does. So I think so. Yeah. Yes, okay. It's right at the center, but it is Ukraine. I will happily take that. Who's playing that, by the way? Galur is. Okay, Galur is a good player, so beating him is already pretty nice. Okay, UK. For sure. Inishkans. Do I have any sort of cards to judge whether it's Ireland? It actually looks more like Ireland than the UK, now that I look at it properly. Numbers don't mean anything to me. Is that a lake? Or is that the coast? It's interesting. Could be like here. A bit of things, like there's a couple islands. Strand Hill. Maybe. I don't hate the idea of that. Wait, Wait. No, it's at Inishkans. But they're all called Inish. Oh, Inis might be the... Inis is a island. Inis is island in Irish. Can I find an island called Iniskans? I don't know that it is island, actually, but I've seen it used on a lot of islands. That would be sick if I could find that. But I don't think I'll be able to. No. I'm running out of time. But that should confirm Ireland at least. Yeah, we're sticking with it. So far up there. It wasn't an island. Never mind. Okay. Still, though, overall, like, okay, that guess would maybe... I was near Sligo earlier, which would have been much better. I hope it doesn't come down to like 400 points at the end. But I'm, again, very happy with that game as well. Beating Galur. Round 3, Russia. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. I could have gone like near Tumen over there. Could have gotten a little closer too. But honestly, overall with all 3 games, I'm super happy how I played. Slightly annoyed about that one Mexico round because that could have been insane. Slight regrets about that Russia round, but other than that, like, I definitely could have been much further away in Croatia, actually, there. Definitely could have gone much worse in Ukraine. Galore went Russia there, so if Maccem makes that same mistake, could be a lot of points in that. Ireland, I could have gotten a little more, but at least I figured out it's Ireland rather than going UK somewhere. Could have gone Northern Ireland, maybe would have been slightly closer. But yeah, overall, I'm super satisfied. Even if I lose 3-0 with that performance, then Maccem just absolutely deserves it if he beats me. And yeah, I'll have it in the comments, the results. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for doing so, and I'll see you guys again next time. Till then, bye.